Hello everyone and welcome to another instalment of my college experience. So in this video I talk about the Welsh Oracy exam. Be sure to like and subscribe and let's begin.
Dydw i ddim yn hoffi fy swydd. Dydw I ddim yn hoffi fy swydd.
So on the 20th of April I had my Welsh Oracy exam. We had to talk about three parts in this exam. Part 1 and 2 were in your group. And part 3 was only you, right? Similar to last year, where the first bit was in your group, and then the last bit, your coursework, was just you. Part 1 was about Welsh in society, Cymraeg yn y Cymdeithas, where I can talk Welsh, where I can use Welsh, how I watch Welsh, that sort of thing. Right? I liked this part when practicing for the exam, because I was good at it. Part 2 was basically English literature, but in Welsh. We had to talk about the story Crash by Sarah Williams, and our favourite scene, Hoff Ligva, Hoff Cymeriad, favourite character, and so on, themes, all that. And then part 3, we had to pick a main theme from a synoptic list that we were given and discuss how this theme was relevant to things that we'd watched or read in Welsh.
Ac hoffwn I mynd adre.
I haven't got a clue. Even after I've done the Oracy, it's one day after as I record this, I don't know what a synoptic is, right? But I know that a synoptic even, but the English version of synoptic is synoptic. Okay. A simple Google search doesn't help because it's not the correct type of synoptic. Whilst I can't tell you what a synoptic is, I can tell you what the synoptic was. It was a list of 5 themes supposedly relevant to almost everything that we'd studied over the last 2 years in Welsh. So all the short stories, storiau fer, all the poems, barddoniaeth, everything that we'd studied apart from went into those into at least one of those themes in the list, and the films that we had watched in class in both years. The themes were cariad, love, teulu, family, perthynas, relationship, cyfathrebu, communication, and cyfrifoldeb, responsibility. So me and Millie were in a group again this year, and every Wednesday we would go over and we'd practice for the Welsh Oracy as we led up to the day. Because my first Welsh lesson a week is on a Wednesday. I only have 2, Wednesday and Thursday. What I did first was make physical cue cards with what I wanted to say with each question on them. But I kept losing them once I'd made them, and it was pretty rubbish. Right. This was around about the middle of March though, don't forget, so I had my show and my A-level drama stuff, so I wasn't revising Welsh at all at this point. I was focusing on getting my A-level drama and my Chicago show done and over with first. Anyways, once drama was over, I got to work on the Welsh Oracy. I transferred the physical notes onto a Word document, so I had everything safe, right? But this was a bit of a pain because Word isn't the best app to use on a phone because you gotta zoom in and swipe to see the whole page. And it's not as good as when you use it on a laptop or a computer. Then I found love with an app called Quizlet. It lets you make digital cue cards. It's amazing, right? There's different ways that you can revise on there too. I copied and pasted the content on Word into Quizlet, and then for about a month I was learning the questions that I could have been asked and learning what I would say to how I would respond to each question. It was basically my next script after Chicago in a way. That's how I look at it. So I woke up at 6:30. And I got the bus into for about 7:30ish. I went to McDonald's for breakfast in an attempt to wake up. I had a lovely breakfast roll. And I got into the taxi to College B for 8:30. We had to be there for 9 because the examiner was arriving at 9. Right? This was similar to what I had to do last year. When we were in the room then, the main classroom in College B, and the examiner was there as well, they said all the key stuff that we'd be asked in the exam. So basically you'll get asked about the themes, the characters, your favourite scene, do you like the story and all that. Don't worry about what's going on. Paid y fexa, paid y poeni, ac mwynheuwch, and enjoy. Now, last year, AS went before A2, and we continued with that tradition, meaning that there were 6 groups overall. 3 for the AS group, which was year 1 of college, and then 3 for A2 of college, which was year 2 of my year. So there were 3 hours to go before my group, and because we went last, and each one was supposed to last about 30 to 40 minutes. So in those 3 hours, I was just going over what I was going to say. A few of us went for a walk around the college. Now, I've been going to College B for about 1.5 years now. I've never just looked around because after getting out of the taxi, I've always just gone straight to Welsh and then straight back. I've never looked around. Right? It's a nice campus, and the main difference between my college and College B is that my college is one huge building. Like, everything is contained in one building. College B is lots of buildings, sort of on an established bit of land on the campus. Eventually, it came time for us to do our Oracy. Now, last year, I managed to film the entire thing. It was brilliant. And I edited the footage so only my voice was heard, and then I would come in with a voiceover saying what the examiner said, what Millie said, and what questions I was asked, because I didn't play my audio. Right? If you want to see that or listen to that, there's the video right here. I do translate all the Welsh, obviously, but there we go. I didn't manage to record it this year because I didn't manage to put my phone in my pocket in time. I had to leave it in my bag. I was a bit disappointed with that, but it's fine. Looking over, I've never actually listened back to my Welsh Oracies, apart from to make videos about them. I've had 3 Welsh Oracies now. 1 in year 11, 1 in year 12, 1 in year 13. The best way I can think of to show the Welsh Oracy is to just repeat the cue cards, because that's exactly what I said on each one. I can remember roughly how it went, so I could try and reconstruct it, in a way. But yeah, I didn't manage to record it this year. Bit sad, but at the same time, it's fine. So, me and Millie go into the room, we sit down, and the filming device is started. We have to talk about ourselves. I remember how I started this. Jamie ydw i, dwi'n 18 ac dwi'n astudio drama, cyffringau a Chymraeg. I'm Jamie, I'm 18 and I'm studying drama, media and Welsh. Millie introduced herself and we began. The examiner asked us basically where we use Welsh in our area. Ble gallet ti defnyddio Cymraeg yn dy ardal di? Gallwn ni defnyddio Cymraeg gyda fy neulu. Rydyn ni'n siarad tipyn bach, just bore da, prynawn da. Ond allan o'r di, does dim lot o gyfleoedd i ddefnyddio fy iaith Cymraeg, felly hoffwn ni weld mwy o awyddion dwyieithog, ac os dydy awyddion i gyd ddim yn gyffrwng Cymraeg, dim ond Saesnig. Ac hefyd, hoffwn ni ymuno Clwb Cymraeg am bobl ifanc, ac os mae un yn y canolfan hamdden, ond i dim ond hyn pobl. Ble gallet ti defnyddio Cymraeg? Yn fy amser spa, dwi'n defnyddio Cymraeg ar-lein achos dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg gyda Duolingo i dysgu geirfa newydd, ac hefyd dwi wedi newid y iaith ar y ffôn symudol o Saesnig i Gymraeg i dysgu mwy geirfa newydd mewn gofnodi, datgysylltu, rhyngryd, wefan ac llawer mwy. Hefyd, ar cyffringau cymdeithasol, dwi'n dilyn Molly Palmer ac Ellis Jones achos maen nhw'n gwneud postiau sy'n gyffrwng Cymraeg, felly gallai pawb yn deall beth maen nhw'n dweud. Os dwi eisiau defnyddio Cymraeg, gallwn ni darllen y Cymraeg. Os dydw i ddim yn deall y Cymraeg, gallwn ni darllen y Saesnig. Wyt ti'n defnyddio Cymraeg yn dy amser spa? Dwi wedi gwylio llawer o bethau sy'n gyffrwng Cymraeg. Fel dosbarth, aethon ni I gyd I weld y sioe Pigeon. Roedd y sioe yn diddorol iawn ac berthnasol iddyn ni fel bobl ifanc, achos roedd y sioe yn dangos problemau pobl ifanc. Yn y uwchben y ddrama mae eisteitlau dwyieithog, felly gallai pawb yn deall beth sy'n digwydd ac beth mae y cymeriadau yn dweud. Ac hefyd, dwi'n defnyddio S4C app. Dwi'n gwylio llawer o rhaglenni dyledu Cymraeg fel Iaithodaeth, Round a Round ac Paid Ti Meddwl Chwerthin. Mae fy hoff rhaglen dyledu Cymraeg ydy Paid Ti Meddwl Chwerthin, achos mae'n berthnasol I fi fel person ifanc ac mae'n ddoniol iawn. Yn y rhaglen mae pobl ifanc yn gwneud gweithgareddau sy'n gyffrwng Cymraeg ac mae rhaid iddyn nhw trio ddim chwerthin o gwbl. Wyt ti'n eisiau siarad am ffilmiau rydyn ni wedi gweld yn y dosbarth? Rydyn ni wedi gwrdd â ddwy pobl sy'n berthnasol i'r cwrs Cymraeg. Rydyn ni wedi gwrdd â roedd hi wedi siarad am Cymraeg yn y gweithle. Hefyd, gofynais I iddi hi sut mae Cymraeg wedi eich helpu yn eich gyfer, ac dwedodd hi bod Cymraeg wedi helpu hi creu cysylltiadau gyda pobl a chymniau eraill. Ac hefyd, rydyn ni wedi gwrdd â roedd wedi siarad am Cymraeg yn y prifysgol. Roeddwn ni'n mynd I gymryd y bwnc, ond dwi'n astudio drama, ond dwi'n mynd I gwneud 5 credits sy'n gyffrwng Cymraeg. Felly dwi'n dal yn dysgu Cymraeg ac byddai ennill £250 o harian os dwi'n astudio 5 credits sy'n gyffrwng Cymraeg. Yn fy ardal mae llawer o ysgolion Cymraeg, ac hefyd yn y coleg gallwn ni defnyddio Cymraeg gyda fy tutor ac os mae yn dysgu Cymraeg. Rydyn ni'n siarad tipyn bach, jyst bore da a ffrinawn da. Ac hefyd gallwn ni siarad Cymraeg gyda fy athro Cymraeg. Os mae unrhyw cwestiynau, gallwn ni ofyn iddi hi. Ac hefyd, mae ysgolion I oedolion sy'n 18 I 25 am ddim I greu mwy o siaradwyr Cymraeg. Yn y ddrama Crash, mae 3 prif cymeriadau, Rhys, Wes ac Els. Ar dechrau y stori, mae Wes ac Els yn fflat Steve ar ôl crasio achos roedden nhw wedi yfed gormod o alcohol ddoe. Mae ailadrodd o'r deitl achos roedden nhw wedi crasio ar ôl yfed alcohol. Mae y dynnau yn y môr wedi crasio. Mae cyfeiriad y Rhys wedi crasio ac mae Rhys wedi crasio'r car ar diwedd y stori yn fy marn I. Wedyn, rydyn ni'n gwrdd â Rhys yn yr ysgol. Mae Rhys ac Els yn ffrindiau agos. Dydyn nhw ddim yn debyg I Wes achos maen nhw'n dod o deuluoedd cefnogol. Mae ei rhieni nhw eisiau Els a Rhys I fod yn llwyddiannus gyda ei arholiadau. Ond dydy Wes ddim yn dod o deulu cefnogol achos does dim ots gyda rhieni Wes amdano fe. Wedyn, yn ystod y stori, mae Wes yn bwlio Rhys, felly mae e'n dweud wrtho fe y gwir am Els achos dwedodd hi celwydd achos dwedodd hi ei thad wedi bwrw hi I Wes I trio I fod yn debyg iddo fe. Felly mae pawb yn grac gyda'i gilydd.
Mae Wes yn Grec gyda Els achos roedd hi wedi dweud wrtho fe celwydd. Mae Els yn Grec gyda Rhys achos roedd e wedi dweud wrtho fe'r gwir. Ac mae Rhys yn Grec gyda Wes achos mae'n bwlio fe. Wedyn, ar ddiwedd y stori, mae Els yn mynd i Graig o Oelan ac mae hi'n ffonio fe i helpu hi. Felly mae'n dwym ei gar mam e ac mae'n teithio hwnnw. Ar un amser, mae Wes yn mynd hwnnw ac mae'n dangos iddi hi bod ei bywyd hi ddim yn debyg. Felly mae hi'n ffonio Rhys i dweud wrtho fe bod dydy hi ddim angen ei helpu e. Ond does dim ateb a dydyn ni ddim yn gwybod beth sy'n digwydd i Rhys. Fy hoff cymeriad ydy Wes, achos mae'n gyrru y stori ac mae'n ddoniol i ddarllen am. Mae'n eitha plentynaidd achos mae'n yfed alcohol, cymryd gyffuriau ac mae'n eisiau bod international drug dealer. Hefyd, mae'n gyrru cer dan oed. Dwi eisiau bod yn gallu gyrru cer dim dan oed achos dwi'n 18. Ond hoffwn i bod yn gallu achos dwi'n astudio sut i gyrru. Fy hoff olygfa ydy ar diwedd y stori pan mae Wes yn dangos i Els bod ei bywyd nhw ddim yn debyg. Achos mae'n dangos bod dydy pobl ifanc ddim yn hawdd i ddeall trwy'r amser. Ond dwi'n casau sut mae'r stori yn dywydd. Achos dydyn ni ddim yn gwybod beth sy'n digwydd i Rhys. Achos mae well da fi dyweddglo bendant. Yn yr Almaen, rydyn nhw wedi newid y dywydd ble roedd Rhys wedi marw ar ôl crasho'r car. Mae well da fi y dywydd yn yr Almaen achos rydyn ni'n gwybod beth sy'n digwydd. Mae llawer o symbolaeth yn y ddrama achos mae ailadrodd o'r deitl ydy bwysig achos mae'n berthnasol yn ystod y stori. Ac hefyd mae môr ac môr forwynion yn bwysig achos mae Els yn dweud dwi eisiau byw o dan y môr ac mae hi'n eisiau bod môr forwyn. Ac hefyd mae angelion ydy bwysig achos pan mae Els yn dweud os o'i ti ei wisgo fe, mae'n dy warchod di. Dydy Wes ddim yn cytuno gyda hi, felly mae'n dangos y gwahaniaeth rhwng y ddau cymeriadau. Roedd yr awdur wedi ysgrifennu'r stori pan roedd hi'n gweithio gyda pobl ifanc gyda bywydau anodd. Pan roeddwn ni wedi gwrdd â Sarah Williams yn Prifysgol Caerdydd, dwedodd hi bod rheswm ysgrifennodd hi'r stori oedd i dweud wrth y stori o bobl ifanc gyda bywydau anodd ac i dangos trwy'r Gymru. Dyna'r rheswm pam mae 3 hacen yn y stori, gogledd ac bratiaeth, ac hefyd felly gallai unrhyw yn uniaethu gyda o leia 1 neu mwy o'r ar y cyfan. Mae Crash yn iawn, dydy hi ddim fy hoff stori, ond mae'n ddoniol weithiau, ond mae'n trio rhy galed i fod yn ddoniol weithiau, achos mae Wes eisiau bod international drug dealer, just achos roedd e wedi cael bywyd anodd, ac mae Els eisiau bod mor forwyn pan mae hi'n 15 neu 16. Mae'n rhy plentynaidd am ei oedran. Bas ni dweud y prif thema ydy cariad, achos mae'n berthnasol yn ystod y stori, achos yn Crash mae Wes yn dwlio Els, ond dydy hi ddim yn dwlio fe. Gallwn ni gweld hyn achos dydy hi ddim yn dydy hi ddim yn angen fe yn ei ddi. Ac hefyd mae Rhys yn dylio hi, ond dydy hi ddim yn dylio fe. Mae cariad yn berthnasol i Patagonia, achos mae Gwen a Rhys yn dylio ei gilydd, ac mae Alejandro a Sissy yn dylio ei gilydd. Ac hefyd mae diffyg o deulu gyda Martin, achos doedd e ddim wedi maddau ei graig ac hefyd mae Matteo yn dylio Gwen, ond dydy hi ddim yn dylio fe. Mae'n debyg i Crash, achos mae Wes yn dylio Els, ond dydy hi ddim yn dylio fe. Mae cariad yn berthnasol i True Love, achos mae Gwen yn dylio Evan Williams, ond dydy e ddim yn dylio hi. Mae e'n just defnyddio hi. Mae'n debyg i Crash, achos mae Els yn defnyddio Rhys pan mae hi'n angen helpu, achos mae hi'n gwybod bod Rhys yn dylio hi, felly mae e'n dwym ei gard mam ac mae e'n trio i helpu hi, a dydyn ni ddim yn gwybod beth sy'n digwydd nesaf. Mae cariad yn berthnasol i Angladd yn y Wlad, achos mae y dwy prif cymeriadau yn dylio ei gilydd fel ffrindiau agos, ac mae y prif cymeriadau yn cymryd risg fawr am un eraill. Mae'n debyg i Crash, achos mae Rhys yn dylio Els, felly mae'n gymryd risg iddi hi. Mae cyfrifoldeb gyda bethos, achos roedd cariad Gwen wedi twyllo hi, felly does dim cariad gyda hi. Mae'n debyg i cariad hefyd. Ond ar diwedd y stori, mae Gwen yn mynd i Australia i gwrdd â y berson roedd hi wedi gwrdd ar y rhyngrwyd. Doedd hi ddim wedi gwrdd â fe a Mark o'r blaen, ond mae hi'n mynd just achos does neb gyda hi i Nadolig.
So for part 3 I was all on my own. And it all went really well, I thought. It didn't feel like it happened for long. It felt like we was in there for like 15 minutes, but we were in there for 30. I know that. I came out of the room quite conflicted, because I'm both happy that I got the Welsh exam over with, but sad because that was the last ever Welsh Oracy exam I'll ever have to do. And because about a month of work is now over. Right? I now had half an hour before the taxi would come. I sat on the bench outside waiting for the taxi, and I recorded the following.
So I got the Welsh Oracy over with. That was great. My only regret is I wasn't able to record it, because I thought it would have looked a bit obvious that I was doing so. But the actual thing went really good. I made the examiner laugh, made a few little Welsh jokes. Like I spoke like a lot at one point and said, "Gallwn ni anadlu, I can breathe." She laughed. So it shows like confident use of Welsh. So I think I did good in that respect. But the Welsh Oracy is over with now. I've got to start focusing on media again and a different aspect of Welsh. Overall, it went good. My only regret, couldn't record. But yeah, 1 out of 2 years is not so bad, is it? But yeah, really good. And now I'm going for a Chinese, because I promised myself I'd have a Chinese, and I've already bought a Doctor Who box set to go with said Chinese. I actually quite enjoyed it, the Welsh Oracy. It's a shame I couldn't record it, really. But there we go. It was good. I can remember the vast majority of what I said, but it's really good. I feel I definitely covered everything, right? I answered all the questions that the examiner asked, right? So I definitely covered that. And I showed my confidence in Welsh because I told a little funny comedy joke. Well, not a joke, but like a quick ad-lib that she found funny. Or maybe it's forced laughter, I don't know, but it shows confidence in Welsh. Yeah, I covered everything in confident Welsh. I think that's everything.
Then I got back into the taxi to my main college, and it was time to celebrate. Because I'd finished my Welsh Oracy, it's like a huge weight off my shoulders, even though I just touched my face, not my shoulders, but there we go.
I did it! I did it! Now I've got no more Welsh Oracies to do, and priority now has to go to well, they're still Welsh, but different aspect of Welsh, and media. I am now on my way to claim my promised Chinese that I promised myself I would have. As a result of getting through the Welsh Oracy. Don't know why I said the then, thought because I'm in a really good mood. I am in a very, very good mood. Yeah, time to celebrate my latest victory. My next exam, if you will, well, it is an exam now, is on the, I don't know when, but it's at some point next month. The end of next month though, so I've got plenty of time to relearn it, because what I do is I only focus on what's coming up. It's like, I don't revise drama because I don't have any exams for it at the moment. But yeah.
I went to a Chinese place, which I've been meaning to try since it opened ages ago, a saga. I went inside and it was really nice. I had a chicken curry with extra honey chicken on half rice / noodles, and they call that a base. It was very nice, with an apple boba drink. It was really nice. I enjoyed that. It set me back about £10.75, which is just over an hour of my life at my job. But it's times like that where having a job is great because I can treat myself. It was really nice. Then I went to the shop to buy an extra charger for my phone because it was on like 20-ish% at this point, and I bought some Doctor Who DVDs from CX. It was great. On my way back, I passed the local casino. Right now, this casino has been around since I was very little. I couldn't find any sources that told me when it opened. I did a lot of Googling trying to find it, but I couldn't find any. And yeah. But anyway, it's been around for as long as I can remember, and I've never been able to go inside because you had to be 18, obviously, and that's how time works. I walked past, and I had the idea.
So, because I'm a very sad individual, right? Now I'm 18, and there's a shop that I've always wanted to go in, right? But I've never been able to because of my age. It's a gambling, it's a casino essentially, right? But I've never been able to go in there because you've got to be 18. Right? And I've never been 18 before the last 2 weeks, obviously, because that's how age and time works. But I am going to, for the first time, go in there. I'll fly off my wallet then. But yeah, I'm gonna go in there. See what? Cause I got my ID on me, so because I am 18 now, so I can prove that I am of age. I still feel like I'm breaking the bloody rules. But here we go. Over 18s only. Oh God. Yeah. I'll be honest, I've got no interest in gambling. It's just this place has been around for as long as I can remember, so I'll look around.
I went inside, and obviously I was ID'd. I felt like I was breaking the law, even though I wasn't, because I am 18. If I was doing this like 2 weeks ago, I would have been breaking the law. But I was 18. It was perfectly legal. I proved my age, and I explained to the woman that I only went in there because the place had been around for as long as I can remember, and that now I was 18, I could finally just look. Right. I didn't want to spend any money. I don't want to gamble. She asked if I was going to go on. She asked if I was going to go on a machine, and I think that I proved that mentally I didn't belong in there, because I replied with a rather defensive, "Oh God, no," as if showing my disgust against rather large people I saw inside the place blowing their pensions away on the mobility scooters on the fruities. I wasn't going to spend any money in here. Gambling isn't the sort of thing I do, obviously. I'd be doomed. If I just put another £5 in the machine, I might win the jackpot. I just went in there, I was literally just looking around. I fulfilled a rather childish desire to explore this miserable and gloomy building before I left. I was a lot happier than I should have been coming out of that building. People probably thought I won the jackpot. Anyways, after that, I had media revision at 4, but I kid you not, right? Out of our entire class, 2 people turned up, and I was one of them. The teacher was not happy. I'm glad I turned up, though, because we were given a really good resource. Like, it was a piece of paper with every single theorist that we would need to know for media. And also other theorists that we wouldn't need to know, but might be relevant and get you bonus marks if you can mention them. I'd rather go for the extra marks, you know. Yeah. Who wouldn't? Then after that, I went home on the bus, where I went live, I streamed. Yeah. Back then, I wrote that today had been a really busy day, but a great day. I really enjoyed it. Basically, to summarise my day, I had an exam, a Chinese, and a crippling gambling addiction. The next things to revise are my media exam and my Welsh exam. Meaning that whilst I still have to improve and continue to focus on it, I'm focusing on the written aspects now, because I only have paper exam to do before I finish college for good. I don't know if I've been revising right though, because I've been constantly worrying about this, right? We had revision tips from a company ages ago. I think I covered it in a previous instalment, but they didn't teach me what I wanted to know. They taught you how to remember stuff, but not how to split your revision between your subjects. So what I've been doing is only focusing on the ones coming up. Right? This works. It's working for me at the moment, because in every case there has only ever been one, there have only been 1 or 2 exams near each other. So cramming and having a month to memorise all the facts, stats and techniques of anything relevant to any subject that I might need, it works, right? When I go to university, that's coming up soon. That's terrifying. When I come to university, I'll only have drama, so that'll be easier to revise, because if I may say so myself, I'm pretty good at remembering scripts and like facts in general. I'm pretty good at that. Yeah. But that's part 11 of this series over with. This series has come really far. I think last year it took 15 or 16 videos to complete the whole thing. So we are already like 3/4 of the way done. That's just mental. But anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Don't forget to drink hot chocolate. Stay safe. And from me, it's goodbye for now.